Today is Tuesday, July 28th. This is the 1967-1968 Cadillac Eldorado front disc brake retrofit from my friend Bob up in Ohio. We're going to be converting the original Kelsey Hayes 4-piston caliper system with the monolithic rotors that are sandwiched in between the knuckle and wheel hub bearing assembly, and we're going to be replacing the system with readily available swappable rotors that can be turned and mounted from the outside as opposed to being sandwiched in between the wheel hub bearing assembly and the knuckle, which is the original design for 1967 and 1968. So in this much more elegant setup, we eliminate the problem with the rotors not being able to be maintained, not being able to be turned, and not being able to be sourced by retrofitting the entire system by swapping out the knuckles, and at the same time we're going to be replacing the upper and lower ball joints and of course the bearings and the seals. So in this particular setup, I'll just go through it. What we have is beautiful replacement knuckles. Okay. The units have been cleaned and climatized, lubricated, and they're ready for installation, ready to be completely assembled and fitted. It includes the trigon retainer and grade 8 hardened bolts. The bearings, of course, are press fitted into the, this is the double cone bearing set. So this is the double cone bearing set that is press fitted inside the bore of the knuckle and secured with the trigon retainer. So the units will be press fitted into the knuckle. The wheel hub will then be press fitted into the bore of the inner race of the double cone bearing assembly, and that is how the setup is facilitated. It includes the two seals, the larger seal which goes on the quadgon retainer side, and the smaller red seal which goes on the stop lip of the inside of the bore of the knuckle. It includes the original vintage reconditioned Delco Moraine left hand and right hand calipers as well as Delco pads. So this is a complete setup. I have two sets of wheel hub bearing assemblies just to show the difference and also to show what the original one looked like with the bearing. Very nasty, as you can see in this setup, in this original unit that has not been restored. So this wheel hub basically will have the bearing press fitted on the neck right here, and then the entire sub-assembly pressed into the knuckle as an inseparable assembly. In this configuration, we have removed the lug bolts, the lug studs, and I'm going to be putting new ones. And in this particular configuration, we have the original lug studs, which are absolutely beautiful and in perfect condition. So I'll be sending this set with the lug studs to my friend Bob in Ohio, along with two rotors, two wheel hubs with the lug studs, two bearing sets, double coned bearing sets, the seals, okay, both inner and outer seals for the trigon retainer and for the knuckle, the ball joints, upper and lower, the calipers, pads, the knuckles, the trigon retainers, and the retaining bolts for the trigon retainers. Okay, so this is George in Florida. I have over 75,000 original vintage parts for the 1967 to 1970 Cadillac Eldorado, over 250,000 1959 to 1978 Cadillac items. Overall, I'm best known for my restoration of the Cadillac steering wheels, the power seat mechanisms, the steering columns, the instrument clusters, and other critical, hard to find, hard to source components, and of course the retrofit for the braking system. Today is Tuesday, July 28th. This is George in Florida. Thank you very kindly.